Mouthpiece. Protector. All right, gentlemen, you received the instructions in the dressing room. Know what I expect. Good, clean fight. Quieres ver las instrucciones con una pelea limpia. Golpe legales, here for you. Golpe legales, here for you. Touch gloves to both of you. Buenas tardes los dos.
So here we go. Mark Kriegel will be scoring. Bernardo, of course, our ace ringside reporter. Joe Tessitore and Tim Bradley with you on the call ringside. And Timmy, I want to get into the conversation of something that Navarrete said to Mark, and that is the left hand. He was coming off left hand surgery when they had the Baranchek fight. He said, my hand is fixed. I feel healthy. I feel rehabbed now. It wasn't the case when I fought at 135 pounds. I was fighting one-handed. I didn't even get the 600 punches, usually throwing upwards of 1,000. And I don't want to put too much as we're off to a fast start right away with Valdez. But when they had this first fight, Navarrete landed 216 punches. That's the most by a Valdez opponent. He was throwing 87 punches per round. So I do think that we can look at the punch stats tonight as a left hook lands early on and take away knowing where Navarrete actually is with his health.
I agree with you 1,000%, and he's throwing that lead hand in different ways. Jabs, hooks, and already committing downstairs. Navarrete is has an awkward style. And he also has 6 inches of reach on Oscar Valdez. But right now, what I like about Oscar is he's committing downstairs early. He's coming out and he's being aggressive with his jab. He's beating.
This is a 130-pound fight. And he came in at 145.6 earlier today, Timmy. Valdez declined the opportunity to step on the scale today.
There's that uppercut right there.
Left uppercut.
Navarrete saw that lean from Oscar Valdez. But a moment ago, I saw Oscar Valdez actually started to try to move to his right. He had a little success moving to his right with his right hand. He was able to place a body shot. There it is again.
Right hand to the body. Able to land for Oscar Valdez.
That's something different, Tess, because in the first fight, Oscar Valdez never moved to his right. He kept continuously moving towards his left. So nice adjustment thus far.
You can tell it's a point of emphasis.
Nice tie-up tactic as well, tying up Navarrete and not just giving distance and disengaging with his hands down and getting caught with shots.
You know what that gets filled with, that distance.
That uppercut again.
Navarrete. So awkward the angles, and a knockdown is scored. The awkward offensive attack of Navarrete scores a knockdown. Final 10 seconds of round number 1. A sweeping right hand to the temple by Emanuel Navarrete in the closing seconds of round 1 scored the knockdown.
And what does that usually do, Tess? It takes their legs. And that's exactly what happened with Oscar Valdez. Right on the temple right there. You see his legs give out. Oscar didn't seem to be really hurt by that shot. It just, you know, he got caught on that temple and your legs just seemed to go.
Good exchange on the inside. Navarrete landed a right hand, and now trading, and Valdez ties up. This is getting rugged early on, Timmy.
And one of the things that Oscar told us is that he's going to have to control his emotions in there, and he's starting to get drug into a firefight right now with the heavy puncher, the heavier puncher in Navarrete.
Oh, look at the odds that they have shifted overwhelmingly in favor of Navarrete after the early goings that knockdown scored in round number 1.
Ooh. Nice quick changeup in levels with his offense coming off that jab. Nice right hand from Oscar Valdez.
It was straight and it was great.
Yes, it was.
Able to counter and go right down the middle.
But again,
snap and jab.
Navarrete's going to wait. He's going to wait for Oscar to, again, that lean forward over that front knee. Just putting himself, nice counters over there. For
a lot of success with the right hands by Oscar Valdez.
That's a nice adjustment. Nice adjustment. Hey, not going to the left hook right away, but shooting those right hands straight.
Two-punch combination from Navarrete. He just takes that little tip to the left, and the left hand comes in hard again. Valdez came forward, seemingly neutral corner.
Should hear these shots. They thudding shots. He has his left hand now as well, and he's working it overtime right now in combination form. Navarrete said he wants to stop Oscar Valdez. He says, I don't want it to go to decision. I want to stop him.
That has always been the weapon of choice.
Good jab by Oscar.
Oscar had his moments in round 2. But Navarrete showed the power again. Joe and Tim calling the action here ringside of our World Championship rematch. Oscar Valdez, Emanuel Navarrete. Valdez in a hole early on, but a spirited effort by him in round number 2, bouncing back after going down in the closing moments of round number 1 from a sweeping right hand to the temple.
Eddie Reynoso just told me, look, I need him to relax and work on his defense. He cannot repeat the same punches. When he tries to go to the well too many times, that's when Navarrete catches him. So he needs to vary his punches because Navarrete is slow when you make him look slow.
And that's what you touched on, what Bernardo just reported about not being predictable. In your lab, you broke that down, and that was a big headline for you.
Not being predictable, using his legs, changing his position, not standing directly in front of Navarrete. Navarrete has heavy hands. He's not one of those guys that you want to be just absorbing punches from. You want to make him miss completely. You see his balance isn't always there, and when he throws shots, you see his inertia takes him the way that he's going with his shot. So those are opportunities for Oscar Valdez to make him pay when he's off balance.
Tried to dig in with that right hand to the body. Works his way to the inside.
Taking care of defense as well, getting out at the right time. Navarrete starting to move his head now, trying to become elusive. See, but that's what Oscar got to do. I mean, if he's going to win this, he got to win this in the boxing fashion. He's not going to win this battle in the fight. Got to stay disciplined, stay behind his craft. Stop leaning forward like that, because when he leans forward, he's bringing his head closer to the punches of Navarrete. It's a poor posture by Oscar Valdez. And Navarrete, I'm telling you, he's going to set him up sooner than later with that uppercut. Good tie-up right there from Oscar. Was out in a bad position right there, and he tied his man up. That's a great tactic you use against a pressure guy.
It's a short right hand on that exchange by Valdez. Tried to come with the left hook, and look at the volume punching, just the swarming from Navarrete. That, of course, was not a knockdown there. They're going to clean off the gloves, and we'll finish up the final 15 seconds here of round number 3.
Navarrete look like he about 160 pounds.
Doesn't he?
Don't he? Look at that. You see the tire around his waist.
He never looks the part, but he gets the results.
He looking strong.
Heavy-handed, big body. We always like to say in this area of Phoenix, you got great fight fans, and this is a fight fans fight card with back-to-back World Championship rematches. We had one of the oddest finishes to our first world title fight with Robeisy Ramirez pulling a no mas and a TKO victory for Rafael Espinoza. We're going to talk plenty about that in the state of boxing following our broadcast here on ESPN. You can join us on the ESPN app as we give you all the analysis and post-fight comments there. Right now is round number 4 of this World Championship rematch. Emanuel Navarrete against Oscar Valdez. Navarrete jumped out with a 10-8 opening round, scoring the knockdown. Let's check in with Bernardo.
I spoke with Pedro Navarrete Jr. and he told me, look, what we need to do is feint and don't chase. Emanuel needs to be wary of that counter right hook when he throws his uppercut, but that uppercut is there for us to land.
You get your man, you step inside, you clinch him, and you think he's going to give and release, and think the referee's going to come in, and then you just release real quick, and then you let your hands off.
Veteran move.
That's a veteran move right there. Wow.
There's that sweeping left hand. It sent him off balance back into the red corner.
There's an uppercut again. Oscar's, he's looking for his own left hook. He's looking for that big home run as well. Head clash again.
Looking for the big singular shot, but
it's desperation.
Navarrete brings you to that place. You know, in the corner, Bernardo was reporting that Eddie Reynoso is saying you got to stay relaxed, you got to stay composed, but Navarrete fights in a way when he's at his best where it's tough to do that.
Yes. When he's landing big, heavy shots like that, it's like, how else are you going to keep him off of you? You got to fight him back in spots. You know, when they're outside like this, he got to sneak in. He got to sneak in behind good defense, head movement, get his offense off, and then he needs to smother and then get out. Make sure he gets far away from Navarrete and not sit there and because something's going to get in, Tess. But you can just see the desire in the heart of Oscar Valdez, man. He is doing everything he possibly can right now.
That's never been questioned in his career.
That determination is always there.
Undoubtedly it is.
Man.
Knockdown scored at the final second of round 4.
Bring the bell.
For those of you who may have been taking the commercial break right at the bell, that was ruled a knockdown at the final second of the 4th round. This was a knockdown scored by Emanuel Navarrete. Look at that sharp right hand. And then the follow-up attack. And now, before this next round begins, the ringside physician wants to take a look at Oscar Valdez.
Here we go. Come in, box.
The most interesting thing for me about that sequence was that Oscar Valdez was looking to tie up, but Navarrete was rotating around him, throwing those shots, not allowing him to tie him up.
Mano sueltas, no me necesitan.
Ooh, big left hook by Oscar.
Bernardo, what can you tell us about the health of Oscar Valdez?
I just spoke with Eddie Reynoso and I said, is something up with Oscar's right foot? And he said, yes, he somewhat injured it earlier in the fight, so he's dealing with that.
Yeah, that first knockdown, he was in a bad position. His foot was caught behind him.
He has been down already 2 times.
Good body shot.
In this World Championship rematch.
Aquí estoy.
He will always give everything he can. That is the nature of this proud Mexican warrior. Sharp combination from Navarrete.
Aquí estoy, no tiren. Box.
You know, one of the things that Oscar has gone away from is going down to that body. I mean, when I'm looking at that body of Navarrete, I'm saying that's unfit. I'm going to take advantage of that because I want to take some of that steam away and zap off those punches for later in the fight. I'm here, it's the 5th right now, and if I invest early on, I'm hoping that it will slow him down and take some of his power away.
Well, we said we were going to watch for the volume punching and the total output of Navarrete. He is below the numbers in terms of total punches thrown that he typically has been when he's on his best, including the first fight between these two. However, his effectiveness with the power punches, the 56 power punches landed to this point, and the 2 knockdowns scored, that has been the difference.
Navarrete right now is taking this round off. Taking this round off right now, trying to recuperate from that last round, the end of that last round. Maybe looking for a 2nd win.
It's been what he does in the last half minute of his best work that has been most effective. Let's see how he finishes up this 5th round. As Valdez inches forward, moments of aggression
that body
from Oscar Valdez.
10 segundos.
Long striding left hand.
Oh, knocked his mouthpiece out.
Mouthpiece came out on that punch.
Tiempo. Mouthpiece. Thank you.
Again, Oscar Valdez. Wow,
great
what a shot. That's eye candy, ain't it?
I mean, look at that.
But look where he set it up, how he set it up. Right hand was being thrown. Navarrete in the southpaw position coming underneath. You rarely ever see this type of counter in the sport of boxing, baby. That was well placed, well timed by Navarrete.
Just who he is, Timmy.
That's mad respect, man.
In that 5th round, as all of a sudden, in that final minute, almost as if we knew it was coming, you said, oh, he's taken part of this round off, he's recuperated. Then all of a sudden, in the last minute, he catches fire to Navarrete, and the world champion ends up throwing a fight-high 89 punches and landing a fight-high 27 punches, including 20 power punches with that left hand that had the mouthpiece flying out of the mouth of Valdez.
Continuously for Oscar Valdez, but he gotta add something to it. He gotta go downstairs. He gotta continue to commit downstairs on Navarrete. It's extremely important. And as you see, as I say that, he's going downstairs with the left hook.
Valdez looking for that combination now on the inside.
Box.
Valdez using that tight high guard. Deflecting a lot of the shots right now. But again, he's continuously leaning forward. And that uppercut just split the guard right there.
No le pegues atrás.
A lot of those shots are straying behind the head, Tess. And
there's an uppercut. There's that left uppercut. And he's got a lot of time to work with here. Valdez trying to punch between punches in round 6. But Navarrete got him again.
Been talking about that uppercut from round 1, Tess.
Up. Here we go. Box.
That's one habit he didn't correct. One habit to correct. It's a bad habit, Oscar leaning forward like that.
There's a left hand to the body, and another knockdown. Oh my, what a shot! He's got to beat the count, and he can't. Knockout victory, Emanuel Navarrete.
Take your time. Don't rush.
But Navarrete just getting in position. He knows where he's at. That's the signature punch. That's another signature punch that he throws. He leads with the uppercut. I call it the Canelo. He lifts you up, bring those elbows in, and he comes around. And he catches him as he's actually throwing a left hook himself. Double impact punch right there down to the body. Man, right to the liver.
And when that liver shot is hit perfectly,
you're not getting up.
It's like watching a brick wall just crumble to the ground. Emanuel Navarrete, who told everybody, listen, I wasn't myself with the surgically repaired left hand not fully healed up. Now I am. And you see the results. A great embrace of these Mexican warriors who put on a heck of a show through 6 rounds. Navarrete scored 3 knockdowns and the knockout victory. That was sensational.